Good morning. So here are your two main warm-ups that I want you to work on this week. And the first one is going to be singing on sing, the word sing, and going down the scale. So be sing. So it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The second exercise that I want you to do is the lip trill slide up to the who. So it'll be like this. So let's say that we're doing on this note. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Okay, so that was from our previous lesson that we just did. So here is the video lesson, and possibly I'll make this into an audio lesson as well, an MP3, so you can listen to it on your phone without watching. And yeah, so I'm just going to guide you through it, and I'll do the exercise with you. So same thing. I'm going to be singing it first, and then you repeat after me. So here we go. So the first one is going to be sing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to start from here, which is the A major chord below middle C. It'll sound like this. Sing. And the most important part that I want you to remember here is one, make sure when you say sing, it is sharp. So don't do sing, because the NG will not hit until the second note down, if that makes sense. So we want to make sure that we get the NG right on the first note. So it'll be like this, sing. Hopefully that makes sense. So I'll go first. Here we go. Sing. Your turn. Good. Okay, now as we go up, you can just sing along with me, since this is just a video as opposed to our video lessons where we have to repeat. So just follow along with me, okay? Here we go. Sing. Next one. Sing. Good. Sing. Sing. Here, lift up your eyebrows, open the throat. Sing. Keep going. Sing. Sing. Here you might feel your bridge already, so make sure to lift the eyebrows to help open the throat. If you're having issues still with straining in the throat, go ahead and squat down. We'll look like this. I don't know if you can still see me when I stand up, but it'll give you an idea. So it'll be like this. So what I'm doing is lifting my eyebrows while I'm going down. So there's two opposite forces working. You're going down with your body and going up with your eyebrows. Open your throat and breast support. That's basically what that is. So go ahead and do that with me. And also, as you're going up, to help you visualize better, your body's going down, but have your finger go up at the same time, like what I just did. So sing. It helps keep everything lifted. So let's go ahead and do that. Ready and go. Sing. Keep squatting. Keep going. Sing. 2 more if you can. Sing. Last one. Sing. Good. Now let's go down, okay? So we're going to start here and keep doing the same thing, all right? Even though we're going down, we might think it's easier, but even though it's easier, we need to still keep actively thinking so that we don't let go of the coordination of the breast support working and our throat that we want to keep open. So just make sure you're still active. Okay, here we go. Ready and go. Sing. Still keep squatting. Sing. And lift the eyebrows still. Sing. Very good. Maybe add a smile. Sing. Sing. Keep everything lifted. You're great. Sing. Good. Almost there. Sing. 3 more. Sing. 2 more. Sing. Last one. Keep it lifted. Sing. And there we go. There's your warm-up. And that took, what, less than 5 minutes, I believe. So make sure you do that in the start of your day. And now let's move on to the second exercise that we worked in your last lesson, which is the lip trill slide going up to the whoo. Okay, so this first one that we're going to do, we're just going to do 3 of the lip trills and the whoo at the same time. So what that means is we're going to go, let's say we start here. Whoo. Actually, let's start a little higher. Whoo. Whoo. So we're going to do it like that this time, just because I remember a last lesson that we were able to get your head voice activated on the very first who. So if we repeat the lip trill, I want to see if that helps you this week to remember and get that muscle memory to know where your head voice is. So what I want you to do, like we have done in the lessons, put your hand behind your head like this on the back of your head. I want you to imagine that this is a big cave. So you're holding like a cave in your hands, right? And when you feel the head voice, you'll be able to feel this reverberate. So imagine like you're in a big cave and you're a bat, right? And they have, when they use your echolocation, right? Echolocation? I think it's echolocation. And they're able to, feel the space around them with the sound. Don't quote me on that. I just remember that from science class. So maybe I'll Google that and make sure that's correct. But you know the idea, like how let's use a different example, like porpoises, I believe. Porpoises, yeah. The underwater, kind of like a dolphin. I remember this from, was it Finding Nemo? Finding Nemo 2? They're Finding Nemo 2? Anyways, I'm going off on a tangent. So the porpoises, they use echolocation they make the sound, right? And then they'll be able to feel, the sound bounce back from their surroundings. So that's kind of like the idea. Like you want to be able to feel the sound reverberating in your hands, bouncing back into, your head. Okay, that was a really long explanation, but bear with me. You know what I'm talking about, I hope. So yeah, keep your hands on the back of your head, and then when we do this, make sure to pucker your lips down, not like kissy face, but more like a ooh. So make an ooh with your lips, and then lift your eyebrows. Whoo! So basically, your face is long instead of like squish, like whoo. It's more whoo. That makes sense. So if you've been in choir before, if you've seen people in choir, the choir director's always like, think tall vowels. So that's basically what that means. Just move your face opposite directions. So with your hands behind your head and your face going in opposite directions, like that, you'll look funny, but it's okay. We both look funny. So I want you to think of an owl, whoo, 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 and you'll be able to feel a little bit in the back of your head. Okay, so try that with me. Whoo, whoo, whoo. And if you can't do it right away, that's okay. Like we are going to do in the exercise, will be the whoo. Okay, so try lip trill first. Whoo. And if that works, awesome. But if it doesn't work, then you can try it a different way, like we did the surprise face. So you want to go shh, shh, ooh. Okay, try that with me. Shh, shh, ooh. Okay, so both of those should open up the back of your throat, and so you have access to the head voice, which is basically the vibrations in your hands in the back of your head. So with your hands in the back of your head and standing up nice and tall, and feet hip width apart, knees slightly bent, then we're going to start on our second exercise. And I know that was a long-winded explanation, but hopefully that will be helpful for you as you're practicing. So here we go. So you're going to go, wait, let's start here. Here, I'm going to have my hand back of my head. Now go ahead and try that with me. Here we go. Follow along. Make sure your face is going opposite directions, okay? Here we go. Again. Good. Good. Make sure that your eyebrows are still lifted. Do you feel the vibrations back here? Good. Keep it open. Very good. Just a few last one. One more for good luck if you can do this one. So hopefully that's helpful and that you were able to get that hooty sound. And the purpose of the hooty sound is so that you can easily access the higher notes that we were talking about, like Demi Lovato, the Ariana Grande whistle notes eventually. Because if we have a closed throat, then we end up pulling our neck and our chest up, which activates our swallowing muscles. So try swallowing right now. So when you're swallowing, do you think you can sing? Probably not. So I'm going to show you. I've never tried this before, so let's see what happens. Mm? Yeah, it like goes up. That was a really strange example, but that's just to show you they can't really like sing when your larynx is all the way up. So if it's like ha, you see like it's a choky feeling, we want to avoid that. So that's what the purpose of opening up and making your face long will help you with. And the also helps to set up your larynx to be low, and your breath flow is even, and it's not, you know, like too much where you're like blasting air, and it's not too little where you don't have enough power. So hopefully that makes sense, and that helps you understand why we're doing these exercises. For the first one where we did sing, it just helps to keep, like I'm not sure if you've seen vocal folds before, but they're kind of like this, right? And they like flap really, 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 really fast. I forgot the rate of its oscillation, which means like going in and out kind of thing. But it's really fast. You can barely see it moving. That's how fast it is. And so the sing helps to make sure that it's oscillating, moving, closing and opening at a rate that is even and balanced for your voice. And then the lip trill to the who helps open you up. So hopefully that's helpful. Make sure to do this once a day if you can. You can even skip to the parts like for maybe the first couple of days, listen to the video entirely so you understand why. And it's very important for us singers to know why, because we are our instrument. We can't see what's happening inside of us. Unlike, when you're playing the piano, it's like obviously 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because you can see the keys and it's visual. But because we can't see the inside of our bodies and we can't see, like how our muscles are coordinating visually, we have to imagine it and really understand. And I wish that's something that I knew when I first started singing, because I thought singing was like supposedly easier because I first played piano first. But to me, it was harder because it's very intuitive. You have to think really like inside and be in tune with how you feel. And when I first started out, it was really hard to understand, like, oh, how does this feel to me? Where is my feeling the sound? I was like, I don't feel anything. It wasn't until like a couple years later where I really understood. And I started later in life. So if I could do it when I was, in college, that's when I first like really started singing. Then you, no matter how old you are, and since you're a lot younger, you'll be able to feel it even faster. So just be encouraged. I know it's sometimes frustrating singing, but just take it one step at a time, and just know that any progress is progress and that you're moving in the right direction. So so hopefully this is helpful, and I'll send this over to you right away, and I'll see you in our next lesson. Bye.